What's going on, y'all? So, Leo Santa Cruz is set to fight Gervonta Tank Davis on October 24th, 2020. So, we only a few months away from the fight, right? So, all the buzz is building up, all the hype is swirling around this fight. And Leo Santa Cruz has come out and said he will drown Gervonta Tank Davis in 5 rounds. Like, he getting Tank up out of there. And off that quote alone, I said to myself, damn, Tank gonna have to whoop Leo Santa Cruz ass. Like, he gonna have to whoop his ass on GP. For real. Because at this point, Leo Santa Cruz think Tank is sweet. He think Tank candy, and he think he can whoop on Tank for whatever reason. I don't know why. Because he avoided Gary Russell Jr. after Gary Russell Jr. pulled up on his daddy, on his father. Pulled up on his daddy. And Leo Santa Cruz ain't get that fight. He ain't make that fight happen, right? He avoided, Leo Santa Cruz avoided Guillermo Rigondeaux. But now he won't smoke with Tank. And y'all know what it was. After he saw Tank fight Yuriorkis Gamboa, he thought that Tank ain't really like that. Tank ain't really, and I'm a Tank fan. I'm a fan of Tank, but I was not impressed with that performance at all. Now, Tank washed him out the water. It wasn't close at all on the scorecards or nothing. But a lot of people felt like Yuriorkis Gamboa, being like 37 years old, Tank should have got him up out of there a lot sooner than the 12th round. Me included, I felt the same way. And Tank came to the scales and had to like drop some more pounds, or shed like a pound or two to really make weight, you know what I mean? Which is a sign of not being as disciplined as he's supposed to be, right? But this time around, Tank gonna have to chin check Leo Santa Cruz. He gonna have to whoop Leo, cause Leo out here he's trying to pull his card at this point. And again, if for whatever reason Leo Santa Cruz, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, all of them looking at Tank like he ain't really like that, like they'll really whoop on him. And he gonna have to make a statement. Because at this point, when you become the hunted, and dudes all feel like they can just whoop on you, it's a problem. So now he gonna have to smoke Leo Santa Cruz out. And I believe that he can really, really hurt Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz is a really good fighter. I think he's skilled. I think he has a high ring IQ. In fact, I think his ring IQ is higher than Tank's a little bit, in my opinion, right? But Leo ain't never fought somebody that can crack as hard as Tank. That is I think, as strong as Tank. Tank is a big dude, man. When we saw him whooping on Ivan Redcatch and having his way with Ivan Redcatch and sparring, that lets me know Tank is a really, like, he really can fight at a higher weight class, and he can handle some bigger guys. Abner not a big guy at all. He's a smaller guy, you know what I mean? And as much as I think not Abner, good guy. As much as Leo is a smaller guy. As much as I think Leo is skilled, he ain't that mobile like that. Now, he gonna be there to get hit. And I think when Tank clip him, I think it's gonna be night. I think it's gonna be end of the story, right? Leo Santa Cruz, again, he's a game opponent. Beat Abner Mares, beat Carl Frampton. He lost to Carl Frampton one time, but I think that Tank, he's too relentless. I think Tank is too relentless for him. I really do. And I think that when it comes down, and Leo Santa Cruz's best bet is to make this a boxing match. Just try to make it a boxing match. Because I'm telling you right now, if he gets pulled in and sucked into trying to engage with Tank and go blow for blow and make it a dogfight, it's going to be a short night. It's going to be a short night. And I'm sure that is what Tank prefers. Because a lot of people say that Tank get gassed in the later rounds because he's not as conditioned as he's supposed to be, and he got to get guys out of there quick, and that's why they feel like he fell short against Yuriorkis Gamboa. It started to feel like he got winded. In my opinion, Tank did look winded to me in that fight as well as the fight started to go on. But in them first couple rounds, Leo better not try to engage, because I think that's where he could possibly get really, really hurt very badly. But yeah, Tank gonna have to make an example out of Leo Santa Cruz. Because when a dude tell you they gonna make light work out of you in 5 rounds, he really think you soft. He really think you ain't like that. And at this point, Tank gonna have to whoop Leo Santa Cruz ass. Like, Gervonta Tank Davis gonna really have to take it to Leo Santa Cruz just to make an example for everybody else that's calling him out to see what time it is. Now, they may not take Tank that serious because they probably don't look at Leo Santa Cruz like he all that. So Devin Haney and them still gonna be talking. But he got to establish himself as being real and being the real deal. And at this point, he don't need to go another 12 rounds with Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? Like, Yuriorkis Gamboa is a game opponent. You know, at one point, people was talking about Yuriorkis Gamboa like he was the next best thing. That's why you saw 50 Cent 50 coming out and signing him and all this and all of that, because people were really invested in Yuriorkis Gamboa's career. When Yuriorkis Gamboa fought Terrence Crawford, Terrence Bud was like, yeah, that was prime Bud, prime Terrence Crawford, right? And they was in a dogfight, and he hurt Bud for real. And that's the first time we saw Bud hurt, seriously. So Gamboa is talented, but at that stage, Tank was supposed to be a better version of himself at that point, right? But Leo is, I really think like Leo, I don't know what he see, but he don't think Tank is legit. And again, I like Leo Santa Cruz, I really do. My point is that Tank is going to have to establish himself as a real legit dude with this performance. He's going to have to go into his bag, and he's going to have to go in and put in work. Ain't no missing weight, ain't no almost missing it. He's going to have to be in top shape, and he's going to have to come to fight. And in my opinion, Tank, like, if you get Tank mad, he going to turn into a dog, and he going to make it a dog fight. And one thing, I don't care what people say about Tank and all this and all that, he emotional, he unprofessional and all of that with the missing weight. One thing I do know is that motherfucker's a dog, for real. And he's been in a lot of dog fights over his time of his career. He's been in dog fights for a long time, dating back to amateurs. So he's not adverse to getting hit or whatever. And I don't think Leo can hit Tank with nothing that's gonna just damage him or just brutalize him at all. Like, I don't see that at all. So Tank gonna have to really make an example out of him and get him up out of there. In fact, I think he's saying he'll drown Tank in 5. I think Tank could get him out of there in 5. I really do. Especially if he goes against the grain and tries to put on a great showing or try to prove something. That's when a lot of boxers go wrong. When you're in there with a guy that can pop and crack and really got punching power, because Tank ain't no brawler, he can box, he got skill. But he can get to that brawling tactic if you want it. He can give it to you however you want to have it, however you want it. But if he tries to engage with Tank on some let's stand in the pocket type stuff in exchange, it's going to be a very, very short night. Because Tank cut air with that uppercut, right? And it's going to be a problem, for real. And that uppercut quick and swift. So I think Leo Santa Cruz best bet is to outbox Tank and try to put on a boxing clinic. Don't try to engage. But even if he puts on if he tries to go and box, I think that Tank could dig into the body of Leo Santa Cruz and cause a lot of trouble for him. I really do. Especially with, like, I'm knowing Tank probably gonna be like, man, fight night, Tank gonna come in there like 140 something. Right? And he's a naturally bigger guy than Leo Santa Cruz, man. So, and I'm not just saying Gervonta gonna win because he's just a bigger guy. Nah, I think that Tank is going to establish that he has skill to get Leo up out of there quickly. And I think he wants to redeem himself from that previous performance. Because you had guys talking a lot of crap about him. Like, look, dude couldn't get a 37-year-old dude up out of there. And first of all, let me say this too. Yuriorkis Gamboa, I don't think he tore his Achilles at all. I think the shoe was malfunctioning and all of that. I don't think he tore his no Achilles and all that now. Because I think he walking around and all that, I think recently or something like that. And you ain't going to be walking like that after no Achilles tear. You know what I mean? I don't think he tore that Achilles, in my opinion. I don't think he would have been moving around like that in that ring if the Achilles was really, really torn for real. I think something else happened, but I don't. Like, y'all can come out and y'all can put out some documents from doctors saying that he tore his Achilles, but I don't think that Yuriorkis Gamboa tore his Achilles in that fight against Gervonta Davis. But Tank, no, people out here looking at him like he's soft and looking at him like he ain't like that, so he got something to prove, man. But personally, in my opinion, I think Gervonta Tank Davis gonna get Leo Santa Cruz up out of there in 5 or 6 rounds. And again, I like Leo Santa Cruz, man. Really a dope fighter. Like, it's very interesting too because, again, Leo, I wanted him to fight Gary Russell Jr. Like, I think that would have been a hell of a fight. Two guys that I think it just would have, the bad blood with the whole situation with Gary Russell Jr. pulling up on Leo's father. I wanted that to happen. It didn't happen, right? Leo avoided Rigondeaux. So, yeah, I want to see what he can do against Tank. He said he's drowning Tank. Getting him up out of there. We'll see. I think I got Tank by knockout in 5 or 6. Peace.